Yo, what's going on guys, and welcome back to my series on how to fight. This time it's Gladiator, and before I get started I want to say this is mainly from my perspective as a raider slash Highlander main. So some things that I say in this guide you may not be able to apply because you're playing a different character, but most of it you will be able to apply. And yeah, one more thing, just like always, this is a basic guide on how to fight Gladiator. It's not something advanced. I can't go into every little detail about how to fight this character because there is just too much to talk about. There's too many variations, there's too many combos. People can mix it up in a lot of different ways. But I'm gonna go through the basic guides, and I hope this guide will help some of you guys out to be able to fight against him and to possibly even win a match. So without further ado, let's go right into it. The first thing that I want to talk about is his fast lightning light attacks. Now, Gladiator has one of the fastest light attacks, if not the fastest. It's really hard for me because I might be too old, but it's really hard for me to parry one of those. I have to anticipate where it's coming from, and then I'll be able to counter it, and then I'll be able to parry it. But most of the time, people will just change the direction they're attacking, even if it's from the front, from the side, or they're gonna dash to the left side, to the right side, and they're gonna do a light attack. So it's kind of hard to anticipate. This is what my approach is. Some may not like it, but I have to be honest. My approach of fighting a Gladiator is I like to play defensive. Some people might call it I'm turtling up, which is not really true because I'm playing defensive, but I'm not throwing heavy attacks because as a raider or as a Highlander, because throwing the heavy attack is pretty risky. You're gonna get hit by a light attack or you're gonna get hit by a heavy attack. His heavy attacks are almost as fast as the Highlander's light attacks. Yeah, so what I like to do is I like to go defensive, and I like to use light attacks against this character most of the time. So the second thing that I want to talk about is something that a lot of gladiators like to do, is an ability called crowd pleaser, and it's basically just dashing forward and stabbing you with a light attack. Now, that thing is super fucking fast. The way I fight a Gladiator anyhow is I keep my guard on top. So anytime he tries that, it's gonna get blocked. One important thing you gotta remember, if you block that dash forward attack, the dash forward stabbing attack, now if you block that attack, you can get a free guard break out of that. So keep that in mind. Now let's go into the third point that I want to talk about, and this one is probably the most cancerous thing. I mean, he has a lot of fucking cancerous things, but let's talk about his ability called Sucker Punch, or it's just basically an unblockable punch, something similar to the Centurion's punch. But the only difference is it doesn't knock you out, it doesn't knock you to the ground, but it also dazes you, so you have to read his body movements to see where the attack is coming from. And this attack can come from the left and to the right side, or it can also come from the front. But if you manage to dodge this unblockable punch, you get a free guard break. Maybe it's my age and it doesn't allow me to be as fast as possible, but I'm kind of having a difficult time to dodge that thing. It may be because it's a bit too fast, or maybe I'm just too old and my reaction time is just too slow, So just keep in mind, if you dodge this one, you can get a free guard break. The next thing that I want to talk about is his unblockable attack, and it's called skewer. The skewer can be initiated only if he hits a light attack before he does that one. So he hits a light attack and he keeps his heavy button pressed and goes for an unblockable attack. Now that attack is pretty easy to parry, in my opinion. The only time when it's really hard to tell when it's coming is when they're mixing it up with a lot of other combinations, and at the end sucker punch you, and you're kind of dazed, and you don't know if it's a heavy attack or if it's an unblockable attack. So these are the only times when it's kind of hard to tell, if the attack is coming, and they're kind of hard to parry at that moment. You gotta watch out for that attack because that attack can do a lot of bleed damage. You don't want to get caught by that attack. Alright, now go into the most annoying thing ever, which is also fucking OP, and I really don't think that this character is OP, but this and the next attack that I'm gonna go through, I think these attacks are a bit OP. Not damage wise, but I think that the way these attacks are initiated are a bit OP. So the next attack that I want to talk about is called Fusina Ictus. I don't know if I pronounced it right, but it's basically a toe stab. That's when he stabs your little pinky, it's annoying as fuck. And trust me, that attack is so fucking fast. I don't know if I ever avoided this attack when I was when I was full with stamina because it's so fast. But if you avoid it, of course, he's leaving himself completely open and you can guard break him after that one. Now, this attack is really dangerous when you're out of stamina. Because if he lands a toe stab when you're out of stamina, it sends you to the ground and he gets a free heavy attack on you. But luckily, if you're out of stamina, that attack is much slower. But even me with my old man reactions can move out of the way and create a safe distance. So just watch out when you're out of stamina. Don't get stabbed in the toes and don't get stabbed in the pinky. It doesn't do a lot of damage. I think it does like maybe 10 damage or something like that. Yeah, I think it does like 10 damage. So it's not really a big deal if you get stabbed even during the fight. It's just annoying and it's just super fucking fast. Now the real cancerous shit about this character is definitely his zone attack. I have never seen such an overpowered zone attack for any character, honestly. Now his zone attack is basically an unblockable punch, and what it actually does, it gives him a free side heavy. You cannot block this one, and you cannot parry it, and you cannot dodge it. So there's no way for you to escape. If you get hit by the punch, and most of the time you will get hit by the punch, he's guaranteed a heavy hit. I mean, it's common sense, but if you're fighting a gladiator, always stay on your toes and always expect some unblockable attack from him. Because he has so many ways to use the unblockable attacks, like the sucker punch and like the sucker punch or his own attack or something like that. If you can avoid that, then you can guard break him and punish him. So in conclusion, what I like to do, I like to play defensive and I like to use my light attacks, because heavy attacks with the Highlander and the Raider are probably not going to hit him. You're probably going to get countered with a light attack. Always stay on your guard. If he misses one unblockable, he's easy to guard break. I mean, it's free. You can punish him for that. So like I said, this is just going to be a basic guide. There's nothing advanced here. I can't go into every little combo he does. There's just too much to talk about. The only way for you to fight him is to actually go in there and fight him in duels or in Dominion, whatever you want to play, and to experience that for yourself. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I hope it helps you out. And as always, if you liked the video, please leave a like, comment down below, let me know what you guys think. And if you're not a subscriber, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video.
2 to the 1, from the 1 to the 3. I like good pussy and I like good trees. Smoke so much weed you wouldn't believe, and I get more ass than a